Okay, so Gwen Stefani, via Wikipedia, was born 1969, age 46 years now. She's noted as being a singer, songwriter, fashion designer and actress. She started out with the rock band No Doubt, and then her first solo debut album was Love Angel Music Baby. She takes the initials from this album and has a clothing line named LAMB, which is lamb also, said as being lamb. So she has 4 backup dancers known as the Harajuku Girls. She is ex-wife of Gavin Rossdale, who is also a member of a band, a well-known band though, called Bush. And she takes influences from many different genres of music and uses them in her own. She has 3 Grammy Awards, and her father is Italian and was executive director for Yamaha. So there's a connection there between her fondness of Japanese culture, Harajuku Girls, and her father's connection with the Japanese company Yamaha. She was in No Doubt with her brother. I can't see his name there at the moment, but she was actually in No Doubt with him. He left and ended up working with the Simpsons, the TV show, animation show, The Simpsons. So that's something interesting. She has 3 children with Gavin Rossdale. Gavin Rossdale's father is Jewish, so she married into a Jewish culture, I think, of a type. Gwen is the second oldest out of 4 children. Okay, so Gwen's mother is Irish, Scottish and Norwegian descent, and Gwen was raised Roman Catholic in California, as do many of the singers and celebrities I know. She has her own line of fragrances. We'll take a closer look at those later on. So now that we've got some of the background to Gwen, I'd like to have a look at some of her music and some of her career. So I'm going to start off by reading into some of the words of her songs firstly. Okay, so I just want to look at some of the lyrics to Stefani's songs, and some of you may already be familiar with a thing called the Songwriter's Secret. There are videos on YouTube available if you don't know too much and you'd like to know more, but basically, just to give you an outline as to what the Songwriter's Secret is all about. It's when a singer is singing about a love affair with someone, singing about love this, love. You hear so many songs about love all the time, and a lot of them don't make sense. Well, basically, the songs are being written with relation to an artist's love or infatuation or bondage and marriage to Lucifer, their pact and allegiance to Lucifer. So whereas if a song is antagonistic, if it's aggressive and a song in relation to fighting and such. It's the opposite. It's relating to Lucifer's war against the Most High and his goal to have everybody worship him via the Antichrist movement, you know, the New World Order, and to have himself above the Most High and made into the supreme God of this world and all worlds. And that's what it's about instead. So I want you to keep that in mind while we look at the song words for the first song that I'd like to look into a bit more, by Gwen Stefani, which is called Hollaback. Okay, so we'll just look at those song words. Okay, so these song words involve swearing. I'm going to do my best not to swear, so you'll have to fill in that blank, I'm afraid. So Hollaback. This is my all the girls stomp your feet like this. A few times have been around this track, so it's not just gonna happen like that, cause I ain't no hollaback girl. I ain't no hollaback girl. Oh, this my I heard that you were talking and you didn't think that I would hear it. People hear you talking like that, getting everybody fired up. So I'm ready to attack, gonna lead the pack, gonna get a touchdown, gonna take you out. That's right, put your pom-poms down, getting everybody fired up. A few times I've been around that track, so it's not just gonna happen like that. Cause I ain't no hollaback girl, I ain't no hollaback girl. So that's right, dude, meet me at the bleachers. No principals, no student teachers. Both of us want to be the winner, but there can only be one. So I'm gonna fight, gonna give it my all, gonna make you fall, gonna sock it to ya. That's right, I'm gonna be the last one standing, another one bites the dust. So this song, you know, basically you'll see as well with the video, Gwen feels she's leading the pack. She's gonna drum up some kind of war. Okay, so briefly, just my quick interpretation of these videos. Here's Gwen taking a photograph of the Harajuku girls. They're holding up the V hand sign, which is basically the female principal. It's an upside down triangle, so basically the vajayjay. Here's another girl. She's got the sort of Arabian type headscarf on top of a military cap as well. Sorry, the military cap on top. Here's Gwen in a car with the all-seeing eye on the bonnet, the Eye of Horus. She's got the other eye covered up with her hair. She does that a lot. So one of the Harajuku girls here doing the shush, you know, keep Satan's pact silent. Got a pack of student type young people following behind Gwen now. She's the pack leader, pumping her fists in the air. She's going to start the fight now. She's basically representing Satan, even though she's female. The angels are androgynous, you know, these spirits, they don't have any specific sex. Some cheerleaders, some young imagery, childlike imagery. Got a military marching band. Gwen's showing us her bra and throwing up the horns. The hand sign. She's got a crucifix round her neck and she's covering her mouth, trying to keep silent about her demonic pact. And she's got the skull ring on her finger there, skull and crossbone type ring. This is twerking, this is osculum infame, it's basically butt worship, it's demonic. And the word lamb is written on the unclean area of the body there. So here's Gwen again leading the children down the road. They're doing their cheerleading alongside of her. Gwen in the military band uniform. Doing the all-seeing eye here, Eye of Horus, and there's some sort of grey alien, you know, sort of skull on top of the cap there. she's letting us know there can only be one winner. There can only be one winner in the fight. That's going to be a demonic entity in her mind, I think. They flash their crotch quite a lot throughout this video. Why, I don't know. We don't want to see their crotch. This is Pharrell Williams, and we've got this phallic type banana symbol. Gwen's gonna dance around in some girly like leotard, red and white Satan type Santa Claus outfit colours. They're all bowing down now, as if to worship her. Every knee shall bow, it says in the Bible. So basically saying she's Lord of Lords. She's at the top of the pyramid. They make a pyramid as well on the floor. This is her twirling her ass in front of these young girls. So she's now doing a Heil Hitler type salute, showing more of her crotch again. The Osculum infame, you know, they shake their asses a lot in these videos. Here she is doing the slut drop, which is, you know, a dance move again, accentuating the rear end. Osculum infame is basically just butt worship. They believe that the butt is the devil's face, so it's the unclean part of the body. So they're all shushing her. They're shushing now, doing the shush sign. Harajuku girls. She's walking with the military band sponsored by Yamaha, who her father works for. She's pointing at Pharrell's shirt, and it looks like on Pharrell's shirt it says Baal to me, which is some pagan Babylon demon, Canaanite deity. Just wickedness, basically. I mean, you may disagree. I think that says Baal. She's telling us to shush again, not to reveal the secrets. This girl's got the banana on her shirt again, doing some funny things with her eyes now. They start making a phallic type triangle, upright triangle. This guy's stood behind her trying to help her balance, I think, underneath her skirt, which is not really appropriate. So she's now covering her mouth again to shush. She's making a triangle again. This guy's head has sort of disappeared behind her rear quarters. So this girl's quite impressed by the banana on her shirt here, with this skin of the banana being peeled back, whatever that's reference for. So now Gwen's got her legs parted over the top of the banana. Here we see the red cheerlead side against the blue cheerlead side. It's heaven and hell. There's a cheerleader being thrown up into the air now to reveal a good view of her crotch. So, not that we really care, but there you go. Here's the marching band blowing on the horn. They're giving the horn a good blow. So, yeah. Okay, so this next song is Luxurious. I can't speak French, so, and I'm sure many people couldn't that used to listen to this song, so I'm not going to try and repeat the French lines at the beginning, but I have translated them into English so that we can see the meaning. And the first line is, "It is not possible, this love, it is incredible. Thou make me sweat, it is perfect. Working so hard every night and day, and now we get the payback. Trying so hard, saving up the paper, now we get to lay back. Champagne kisses, hold me in your lap of luxury. I only want to fly first class desires, you're my limousine. So elegant the way we ride, our passion it just multiplies. There's platinum lightning, Lucifer, the lightning bolt, in the sky. Look, I'm living like a queen. This kind of love is getting expensive. We know how to live, baby. We're luxurious like Egyptian cotton. We're so rich in love, we're rolling in cashmere. got it in 5th gear, baby. Diamond in the rough is looking so sparkly. Sugar honey baby, sexy baby. When we touch it turns to gold, sensitive and delicate, kind of like a tuber rose. You know you are my treasure chest, it's pure perfection when we kiss. And you're my mister, I'm your miss, gonna be until the end. Cha-ching, cha-ching, we're loaded and we're not gonna blow it. Cha-ching, cha-ching, we're hooked up with the love 'cause we grow it. Cha-ching, cha-ching, we got hydroponic love and we're smoking. Cha-ching, cha-ching, we burn it, you and I, we are so lit. And again it ends off with some French lyrics, but I've translated those, so it's 2 is, if nice is not possible, it is never enough, it is never enough. Thou make me full, all the things thou make me feel, it is perfect. I am well with thee, I am well. Okay, so the luxurious video starts off with Gwen stroking her chest here. She's got on some really small bikini top. She's sliced through some sort of religious icon, maybe the Virgin Mary, something like that, and sweeps her hands down towards these luxurious belted micro shorts. They look like they're in the ghetto with the liquor store in the background, and on the window you see 669. And also 11-9, so 9/11 reference on the window there in the background. She's having her nails done. She loves to play with her hair, and she uses her hair to create the all-seeing eye. But there's a Metropolis poster in the background. Metropolis being this old film with the automaton type reference. So she's checking her nails now. She feels like there's some activity on the couch behind her, so she's having a look to see what's going on. And basically we can see there's a group of people. There's what could be a mother but with a child, and she's maybe going to kiss the child. The child sat on her lap, but there's a guy there sucking some woman's face with her sat on his lap. So you know that and there's 666 hand sign as well in the background holding the rose. So you know, as if this is normal sort of ghetto type behaviour. She uses her finger here now, pretending to check how well her nails have been painted, in order to create another all-seeing eye, Eye of Horus type image. So there we go. All these sort of images, they're meant to be like curses. You know, we're not meant to be aware of them, and they're trying to put curses onto people. So there we go, another all-seeing eye image. Now she goes back to her friend's house. They're playing and kissing and rubbing up on the bed behind her. There's a guy walking around with a video, the guy with the long white socks in the background, and she's sort of bent over now, showing us her rear end. He's walking around with his phone like he's going to take a video of all these activities. So she's using her hair here. It happens so quickly within the video that you'd miss it if it wasn't slowed down. So but she does the all-seeing eye again. She does a lot using her hair. She's doing it again, pretending she's checking her eye makeup, checking her mascara, but we need to see just one eye. It says I love Gwen on one of her bracelets. And there's lots of sort of sigil type, I don't know, sort of Enochian, I don't know, sort of symbols and letters. There's the word angel and lamb also on her bracelet, so I don't know if anyone knows what any of the other symbols might be. This is Slim Thug, who's also featured in the video. and he's got the lock and key around his neck. Don't know, the lock to her chastity belt, I don't know. He's got these diamond studded teeth, so that's really impressive. He's a good guy. He throws up the horns there, as you can see. He's going to throw up the horns again. And his finger, as it comes down, it sort of becomes a sort of demonic pointy sort of finger. Bit strange. So anyway, it ends up they're having sort of a outdoor barbecue. Gwen in between that is wearing some sort of exotic type flowers in her hair. There's a girl walking past her now as she jumps into this black guy's lap to give him a hug. I'm sure they'll wonder what the girl's thinking, but here's two children dressed up as if they're bride and groom. That's strange. There's Al Capone type child in the background, and they think it's good to take a look at this child now while she's stroking a big sausage, which is quite peculiar. And at the same time then it changes over to a black guy jumping up in the air, grabbing his crotch. So very peculiar. She holds up her shoe, and there's a girl there with Jesus on her stomach by the look of it. This is Rich Girl, the video. She's got a medal on her jacket there. This is Eve with an eye patch doing the all-seeing eye and a salute. There's a pair of breasts on the board in the background there on the left with the word rum. Gwen jumps around like a pirate in this video. These ships, these galleon ships, they were used for slavery, colonialism, you know, like Christopher Columbus type behaviours. Not very good. So she dresses up like Marie Antoinette, like some sort of prostitute with the Harajuku girls. And then she basically becomes this siren, a bit like Marilyn Monroe is described as a siren. A siren is not a nice entity. It's actually a demonic type mythical being. It was, you know, supposedly a mythical being, a bit like a mermaid. They would sing to the sailors, they would cause them to be shipwrecked and basically starve to death. So here we see Gwen looking through the telescope and she sees a shipwreck. Now who's going to be shipwrecked? Oh, it can't be Gwen because she's on the... Oh, it is Gwen! So Gwen's in the middle of these girls now, shipwrecked, and she looks like a mermaid herself. So yeah, sex kitten sirens, guys. Anyway, on to Wind It Up video. She's a nun. She's also got stars on her chest there. She winds up her automaton type school uniformed dolly. And they do these wooden type puppet dances. She's holding the key to the gates of hell. They've got checkered socks on. She's got the all-seeing eye. And this G symbol for Gwen, it's not a G, it's a 6. She's holding her riding slave whip crop here. All these robotic people exhibiting transhumanism. Here she is looking innocent on the bed, but the lightning strikes in the background, reference to Lucifer falling from heaven. She's bouncing up and down now with her posture on top of this phallic looking shadow in between her legs. Behind her now we can see some sort of demonic shadows moving around in the background there. These guys have made a pyramid up to heaven, a bit like the Tower of Babel, in their latex stockings. And here's the Harajuku girls again, wearing school uniforms and spinning round to reveal their panty knickers. Oh, something's falling from the sky. No, it's Lucifer. He's still in bondage, chained up to the gates of heaven. As we know, these Satanists, they believe that Lucifer made a sacrifice, sacrificed his heavenly realm for the benefit of providing wisdom to us. You can see they've deliberately put a mistake here. There's a man there on the side of the picture, and she flips her hair around as she does and makes another pyramid there. Okay, so what you waiting for? What an amazing time, what a family. How did the years go by? Now it's only me. Tick tock, tick tock. Like a cat in heat, stuck in a moving car. A scary conversation. Shut my eyes, can't find the brake. What if they say that you're a climber? Naturally, I'm worried if I do it alone. Who really cares? 'Cause it's your life. You never know, it could be great. Take a chance, 'cause you might grow. What you waiting, what you waiting, what you waiting for? Take a chance, you stupid whore. Like an echo pedal, you're repeating yourself. You know it all by heart. Why are you standing in one place? Born to blossom, bloom to perish. Your moment will run out 'cause of your sex chromosome. I know it's so messed up how our society all thinks, for sure. Life is short, you're capable. Uh-oh, oh-oh. Look at your watch now. You're still a super hot female. You got your $1 million contract, and they're all waiting for your hot track. I can't wait to go back and do Japan. Get me lots of brand new fans. Osaka, Tokyo, you Harajuku girls. Damn, you got some wicked style. Okay. So this video starts off with Gwen sitting in the studio, apparently or supposedly lost for inspiration. She's struggling to write her new track. So she walks over to the vending machine and spots a poster. In the small print it's saying they can unlock your creativity. The word to the left looks like thunder, reference to lightning and thunder again. So she's off to the clinic to get some help. While she waits and watches the TV screen. The TV screen talks about unlocking your potential with Zen techniques in order to awake your slumbering synapses. So she also notices then a rabbit on the table, a little bit like Alice in Wonderland. So the rabbit seems to be moving a little bit and she's curious. So she goes to follow the rabbit, take a closer look, but she's interrupted by this nurse now, or clinician. The nurse joins her with some paperwork. So she sits back down for a little while. The lady gets the paperwork ready. The paperwork being a reference to this satanic pact. She's writing and signing her life away via contract. And when she turns to look back up, she realizes her setting has changed dramatically. She's a little bit taken aback, and she notices in actual fact now she's back in the studio, somehow magically transported back into the recording studio. So she takes a minute to look around. Calm herself down, get some of her faculties back, and oh, there's a clock. 1 o'clock. Lying on the top of the piano, she listens to the clock, tick tock, and appears the rabbit. Looks like horns on his head, maybe not just rabbit ears, but there you go. So tick tock, a reference to time running out, Armageddon. All the time we see the reflection in the piano. The rabbit collides with her, knocking the clock into the air, and she falls back off of her chair. we get to see some of the clock here now. But she's now in make-believe world in the middle of a maze. They're sprawled out, but she's enjoying that. It's a fantasy world now, even in the real world. She's somewhat intoxicated, but she's enjoying this fantasy reality type situation. And she splits into two here. You see the the altars now, the alter egos. Alice as well, Alice in Wonderland being a reference to the Hadron Collider. They have equipment that is involved in CERN called Alice. You see the all-seeing eye here. She's turned into a great big Nephilim Titan type giant, locked inside the house. Then the Harajuku girls look in, and there's this demonic looking entity behind them peering in also, and she's singing whilst giving us the all-seeing eye, the Eye of Horus again. Obviously think she's lucid dreaming of some type. And here we see the mixing deck and the music being created mysteriously by itself. The mic moving into position so that she can sing her possessed music while in her altered state. We get a closer look at the watch now, and you can see that time's moving backwards now, so she's travelling back in time. She uses the clock also in her stage performance. We see the electronic equipment with 9-6 written on there, and the computer creating all the music itself. She splits into 3 persons now. That's a reference to her mind being split through the trauma-based mind control. And the words, this is automatic writing, this is demonic, this is about spirits communicating words and people just writing what the spirits tell them to write, providing words for them. So we can see the songs being written mysteriously by itself. She's wearing this outfit now and holding a pig, so bear this outfit in mind. You will see this outfit again a little bit later on, hopefully. Now she's talking to this mysterious figure sat on this bush. He's smoking some sort of intoxicants, and he's got a skull with a sword through it. He blows some weird symbol. I don't know, I think it might be some sort of Chinese writing. If anyone knows what that might be, I'd be interested to find out. The song continues to be written all by itself. And the words, they end up spelling out that life is short. Making the suggestion towards being more impulsive and living dangerously, seize the day. She's wearing this strange sort of queen type dress. She's been promoted there to queen. This is the bunny rabbit. This is the white rabbit in the Alice in Wonderland story. It's the as above and so below here. She's trapped inside a greenhouse type place. She ends up going into another dimension now via the water. Some sort of satanic baptism. She is again as the queen, still in the labyrinth. That queen's dress is quite weird. Here's the Harajuku girls trying to rescue her now from the water, with the demonic face again behind. We get a lot of as above so below here as well. She's falling through the water, She doesn't feel like she's drowning. Somehow her life is being sustained. We watch this rabbit with, it's meant to be a fluffy tail, I think. And this rabbit running around. Looks like it's got breasts for ears, by the way, the rabbit. She's still dreaming away there in the studio, going from upside down to right side up, like some sort of poltergeist. Floating, she's floating in the water there. Now she's back in the maze now, running around. She can't find her way out of the maze, chasing the white rabbit further and further down the rabbit hole. She's obviously possessed by something. And you see the breasts on for rabbit ears, and she holds her breasts as well by the look of it, or lays her hands on top of her breasts. So still running around the maze. There's some more automatic writing here with the word wicked, and we get a wicked sort of face there from one of the Harajuku girls. Gwen gets on the table with her panties with garter belts hanging off of them. There's a child at the table while Gwen's up there in her panties, knickers, dancing around. She climbs out of a drawer with medals, sort of like military medals hanging off of her waistcoat. And there she is in these strange underwear, creating a pyramid with her legs again. Now she's possessed again, spinning round in this sort of ectoplasm-like smoke, spinning around in the chair. Back in the studio now. She's awoken and she's excited by what she's learned. She does the slut drop. You can see the medals hanging off of her outfit here again. Got the scarf round her neck like a noose. Meant to be dressed up like one of these lord and ladyships type figures. And now the lady turns up at the end of the video with the contract, basically reminding her that she needs to pay now. She needs to pay them for their service. You see a chair in the background falling over, as if the demonic spirit's now left or is about to leave. And it finishes off by writing the words, "The end." So what are you waiting for? The end? I notice as well in a lot of these videos that Gwen will form these pyramids with the Harajuku girls, and she's always the top of the pyramid, just like the capstone, you know, Satan being the capstone. So here we see the bondage again, being locked in a cell, a bit like Disturbia video, and Britney Spears. Lady Gaga as well. They do a lot of this caged sort of symbology. In Gwen's video she's also got handcuffs hanging from her wrist. So some Eye of Horus there. Now we get Gwen's G. You see this G symbol a lot around her videos, but we can clearly see the G's not a G, it's actually a 6, because at the top of the building in the background we've got 666. It's as clear as day to me. That's definitely not meant as a G. That's That's the mark of the beast, I'm afraid. Here she is again, Eye of Horus. All these things are meant to be curses, you know. They put these things in the video, so it's meant to be like a curse. She's got the black and white noose around her neck this time, black and white scarf, and the snow leopard, the leopard print jacket, sex kitten monarch programming jacket. Some more all-seeing eye of Horus. I think in the Islamic teaching it's named the Dajjal. Looking hot, go ahead and look at me, 'cause that's what I want. Take a good look, won't you please, 'cause that's what I want. I know you wanna stare, you can't help it and I don't care. So look at me, 'cause that's what I want. Do you think I'm looking hot? Do you think this hits the spot? How is this looking on me? Looking on me. Go ahead and stare and take a picture, please. If you need, yeah, and I think that says it all. I'm chasing it, and I don't know why. I think about it a lot. Better hurry, running out of time. I think about it a lot. I can't tell anymore. I don't know what I'm looking for. You know what I mean? I think about it a lot. Running on empty, but I have had plenty. You're complimentary, but I'm just pretending. Uniform, hide behind. This is my diversion. Go ahead and stare at my ragamuffin. Feel it so fake. It, I dare that you take it. One eye in the mirror. Put on my veneer. Veneer is like a mask. Could have sworn it's a sure shot. Are you under my convoy? Go ahead and stare at my ragamuffin. Go ahead and stare, and take a picture please if you need, and I think that says it all. One thing to note as well, these people worship money, mammon. Here we go, no doubt looking hot. This video, the album cover there, or single cover, sorry, as above, so below pyramids. It's all about Gwen acting as like Pocahontas, having a red Indian type Lone Ranger theme. Here she is on the white horse, the pale horse. In Revelation it talks about a white horse having the name of death. Got the wolf in sheep's clothing there, and then Gwen dances around a bonfire. This video was actually pulled. The Red Indian community had it removed. It was released during one of their important days, festival days. So this video is called Cool, and at the beginning of the video Gwen is in the sex kitten leopard print again, just like Marilyn Monroe. There's this demonic looking image on the wallpaper behind her. So you can see that looks like quite like Baphomet. She does this thing with her hair again. She does this a lot, and a lot of the time it's done so quickly that it doesn't look deliberate, but it's being done quite a lot. She's trying to look as alluring as possible, worthy of worship of a type. She's pouting her red lips. But these guys, yeah, they worship filthy lucre. You know, money. That's like a god to them. They love money. Okay, so now she's in a navy jumper and she's got white shorts on. Now surely you'd want to wear white shoes or navy shoes, but no, we've got leopard shoes, leopard print heels, sex kitten symbology again. Get some more hair flicking now. Don't have the song words for this video, I'm afraid, guys. I'm sorry. She's in a sort of stately home of a type. This video is called Baby Don't Lie. You can see the song words sweeping past her. Baby don't lie. She's like on the yellow brick road, which is mind control symbology again, on her way to Oz. You see the black and white check in the background, the whirlwind, black and white pyramids. This video is uncomfortable to watch. It's psychedelic. In the background there's sort of images morphing. I mean, she's being followed by a big shadow, which to me just looks demonic all the way through the video. This shadow pops in and out. If you can see in the background now, there's half of a face. I tried to zoom in and make it as clear as possible. Yeah, it's some sort of one-eyed demonic being by the look of it there. Some sort of alien in the background there. There's quite a few of them. I've done my best to capture them there for you. There's one looks like a grey alien there to the left, just above the pyramid. You can see sort of like some ghoulish, ominous type figure, and it turns into a triangle with an eye. Can you see it? It's upside down. It's upside down there, and it flashes so quickly on the screen. I've swiveled it round now just so you can get a closer look. It looks like a demonic face and then sort of morphs and blends into the all-seeing eye in the triangle. There you can see that, and I mean, it's on the screen for milliseconds, guys. You know, blink and you'd miss it in reality. There we go. We get the Eye of Horus again within her body. So that even the word "eye" is written in within the words spinning round her. So now it turns red. The screen just looks quite evil looking. Let's see this weird shadow. She throws up a 6 there with her hand. Splits into 4 persons. Trauma-based mind control, guys. Here we go. Got the black shadow following behind her there. Splits into 2 persons. These guys look like the Scarecrow, Tin Man and Cowardly Lion in Wizard of Oz to me, but basically unpleasant representations of them, not friendly looking characters at all. I certainly wouldn't like to see them down a dark alley. The phone reads the sentence: "I'm on a journey and feel like discovering with my vibe to rad new music. Play the sentence." There you go, all the troops, all the split personalities there. She gives this sort of dark look at the end of the video as well, and does the one eye, of course, again. Here we go, next video. This is looking like Lilith with the headdress there, or Ishtar, Mithras, Statue of Liberty even, or even Metropolis. You know, there's lots of references there with this big headdress. This video is called Misery. She talks about being in bondage, you know, put me out of my misery, she keeps singing over and over again. There we go, see some of the Canaanite and Sumerian gods back there. Some more Roman gods, all based on liberty, Mithras. these sort of pagan deities that they worship. So here she is again with her headdress. Freaky looking headdress. All the way through the videos these guys are dancing sort of like puppet zombies. Some strange dress sense. Showing some one-eye symbolism here again. This time dressed like the Whore of Babylon in the red dress. You know. Surrounded by smoke. Meant to look sort of artistic, surreal, dreamy, you know, attractive in some way. Not to me. I mean, Cyclops type reference is not attractive to me. Stood there in pretty much a bra and some chiffon. So, still singing about her misery and, you know. Some strange footwear here. These are the guy's shoes, and then it cuts it to see her shoes. You know, she's got the most expensive shoes, the tiniest stiletto heel there at the bottom of the shoe, the black leg under the white skirt, going up and down. It looks like the background's going up and down, almost like she's in a lift. I don't know. I could be wrong about that. Here we see she's dressed up now as some sort of geisha. Some peculiar looking arty, I don't know, is this haute couture type version of some geisha with hooker boots on. That's like some sort of fancy dress, Las Vegas geisha type hooker. She does some one-eye symbolism here again, covering her eyes with a small finger. And it's all done so quickly that you know, again, we wouldn't normally see it. So it's these flexible guys dancing for her again. She's sat on the padded sofa just like Marilyn. Here she is in some of her outfits looking like Marilyn again. She's been compared to Marilyn quite often. So Marilyn not resting in peace. I don't think they won't leave the woman alone. Here's Marilyn in her fishnet stockings and showgirl outfit. Oh, and there's Gwen in a showgirl like outfit and fishnet stockings. That's surprising. She's also got on her sex kitten leopard print thigh-high boots. Wonder if we can get a closer look. Then notice it's black and white again, her outfit. And here we go, she's going to be really ladylike and open her legs wide while she's sitting on her stool there. She's pointing at the camera. She's trying to be the siren. Again, trying to be alluring. Here she is stood against a pole now. You know, the pillars, you can see there's another pillar of a type in the background. Closer look at those boots. And here's Marilyn in her black and white bathing suit, showing her butt. Here's Gwen again with her legs wide open and some noose in the middle of the chair. What that's meant to be there for, I don't know. She likes doing these sort of things. Head hanging down, so you've got all dressed up. You're there trapped and there's misery involved. This video is so miserable. And she's wearing her black and white ball gown now, and she's got one of the beasts of the field, the black horse this time. So the horses of the apocalypse, Armageddon, basically. The horse is prepared for battle. It's prepared for the day of battle. Make me like you. I was fine before I met you. I was broken but fine. I was lost and uncertain, but my heart was still mine. I was free before I met you. I was broken but free. All alone in the clear view, but now you are all I see. Hey, wait a minute. No, you can't do this to me. Hey, wait a minute. No, that's not fair. Hey, wait a minute. You're on me like jewelry. Jewelry we know can have curses and charms. I really like you, but I'm so scared. Why'd you have to go and make me like you? Yeah, this is a feeling I'm not used to. Why'd you have to go and make me like you? I'm so mad at you, 'cause now you got me missing you. 'Cause now you got me missing you. Something I could get used to. I could get used to this. It's getting harder to leave it. Your lips on my lips. Oh, I can't believe it. How good it could be. Didn't wanna believe it, but now you are all I see. Oh God, thank God that I found you. Oh God, 'cause now you got me missing you. Oh God, thank God that I found you. I'm so mad at you because now you got me missing you. Okay, so this song starts off with her in a black and white dress. She's lying down on the stairs, which is a reference to Freemasonry. And the stairs are the different degrees that the Freemason goes through. So the higher you go up the stairs, the higher a degree you are. You also see the red background, so you've got the black, white and red Masonic colours. And yeah, the stairs, you can be promoted and go up the stairs, whereas the lift, the elevator is going to be taking a person down, take a person down to hell. So they believe that their teachings and by worshipping money as they do and chasing money as they do, that they've arrived at a type of a heaven. That, you know, their ways are, you know, creating ecstasy for them and wonderment. To do anything else, you know, then basically you're the sheeple. So the goyim. Oh, she meets some friends. She's lucid dreaming, it looks like. She's woken up in a dream. So, but she's found some friendly figures who spin her around. See the number 714 on a dial back. I think it's a dial or a disc of some type. There's lots of sort of clock type imagery again in the background. There's always a load of clock imagery out there in these videos. Time's ticking, time's gonna run out. So they strip her of her clothes and she's wearing a black outfit, black turtleneck, just like Marilyn Monroe has worn. Here she is in the salon again now. Video's quite psychedelic and trippy. Again, just like the last one we saw. So here she is with a magazine. On the magazine it's saying Wonder Rag, Gwen pregnant with alien baby, with some demon-like baby down in the bottom corner there. Here she is now with the mirrors in the background. She's splitting into a different altar, so mind's being split. Reference to the trauma mind control, MK Ultra. Now she's with masks. Her altars have got masks on them now. They're being hidden. They've got some false persona of a type. She's in the middle of those personas now. enjoying herself. I don't know if she's taking off another item of clothing. So here we see these hypnotic wormhole type spirals in the background, and we've been transported back to the 50s. We've got some old fashion wares there. We've got the eye in the background and the female energy, the circle, Gaia, earth looking. Here she is being dressed again. This guy's just wrapped his arms round her waist to give her some sort of bow dress, just like Marilyn Monroe had. And she's acting really ditzy in this video. She's, you know, like airheaded. Oh, there's Gwen wearing the same sort of dress as Marilyn. Surprising. Marilyn's on the stairs there, the red staircase. Here's Marilyn being split in the mirror. Split personalities. Marilyn Monroe was in a film, what's it called? Something millionaire. Some film about a millionaire, and a lot of these images in this video are very, very similar to that film. Madonna's Material Girl video is also very similar to this video. And here she is being swept off her feet. A bit like these old movies with Ginger Rogers and Fred Astaire. Those types of things. There's a load of guys dancing around in the background. You've got the pillars in the background as well. A couple of pillars back there. Marilyn Monroe stood by the piano in her bow dress, just like Gwen does in this video. And then Gwen's off to some sort of circular roller disco, just like Marilyn Monroe, who loved roller skating. Gwen's just skating round and round this this track. So there's Marilyn Monroe again in her roller skates. Gwen gets a bit clumsy now, stumbles around, oh, she's slipped in the roller skates. Oh, this guy's gonna help her fall without hurting herself. Oh, and he's fell on top of her. That's nice. Oh, there's Marilyn Monroe acting ditzy and clumsy in her roller skates. What a surprise. Here we go, we see the Mystery Babylon again, the Horror Babylon with red dress. She's the top of the pyramid, the guys are looking up to her. So she's on her pedestal. She's above them, so they're beneath her level. And that's why do you have to make me like you? This video is called 4 in the Morning, and it involves Gwen rolling round on a golden or white sheeted bed. Incidentally, Marilyn Monroe died in bed, supposedly of a drug overdose. So, and Gwen looks very much like Marilyn and some of the photos she took while rolling around in bed. And Gwen in her white dressing gown. It just so happens that Marilyn is famous and reported many times as being lost without her white dressing gown. Apparently she wore it so often. She was always in this white dressing gown, Marilyn Monroe. So Gwen basically does the same thing in this video. She just rolls around in the bed with the white sheets, looking dreary. Either that or in her white dressing gown. So that's Marilyn in bed. Similar sort of faces, but yeah, again in this white dressing gown. She wore it everywhere, guys. There's so many pictures of her wearing this. She loved it. She wouldn't go anywhere without that dressing gown. So, and there's Gwen. There's Marilyn again, just rolling around in bed. And if you watch this video, this is pretty much all that happens in the video. It's just Gwen rolling around in bed. So, see some we'll see an eye again, the eye of Horus, using her hair again and covering that eye, trying to look alluring, trying to look as attractive as possible. The come to bed eyes, the pouting lips, again the all-seeing eye, eye of Horus, the jowl. And that's 4 in the morning. Haven't got the song words for this song again, guys, but I'm sure they're not particularly interesting. But without a doubt, these song words, a lot of the time they don't make hardly any sense. And but if you add Lucifer as a reference into these songs, they do start making more sense. These are images of Gwen over a period of time. She used to dress really girly and childlike. She's changed a lot. I don't know if she's had a nose job. I know a lot of people think she's been cloned. But these are grown women. I mean, they dress young when they first start out on their careers, but they're not young. I think she must have started her career when she was like 25, something like that, and probably a little bit younger, but they're basically women, you know. And they're put there and they'll do things to influence children, you know, and especially young girls. So, but they're power hungry, they're in with the feminist movements. I don't know, she may have a impersonator. I know a lot of these celebrities, they have impersonators. If they don't feel like performing, they hire one of those. So she is endorsing Disney Channel and at the music awards for Disney Radio, she dresses up in some Snow White type outfit to perform. All the triangles on the stage there. This is her in the Disney Teenage magazine, and she's a woman there. Here she is with Pharrell and Usher, some other guys. We see a bit of Gwen here in the Sex Kitten outfit. I think this is not actually Gwen, this first photo. I think this is her nanny. I heard that her nanny used to try and dress a lot like her. So obviously this is Christina Aguilera, but this is Gwen doing the same sort of thing, drinking out of a saucer. She's got some really dark makeup on there. She's got her backing dancers here and triangles in the background, I notice. Triangle on the drummer's top. These guys are holding their crotch while they're wearing their leopard print outfits. Dancers. I think this is her nanny. Her nanny was supposedly trying to dress a lot like her. Right, there you go. So some flexible dancers here in the background. It's Gwen with a leopard print on again. The black and white hair. She's in front of some wallpaper here with some leopards within the wallpaper. This is an Instagram she took with face paint to look like a cat. She's wearing her leopard print suit here. So this is Gwen Couture, dressed like a clown in the middle there, the Harlequin type top. Again, wearing the leopard print, endorsing and designing her own leopard print outfits. And you can see the difference there in how she dressed, you know, and how the image on the right hand side would appeal to young girls, basically, but they're not girls. They're made to look like girls, but they're not. They're grown women. So here she is again. This is her own clothing line with the leopard print being involved again. Got these weird sort of spacey looking sci-fi shoulder pads there. She's doing a salute with her leopard print outfit and stocking belt hanging down. The snow leopard outfit here. White glove, Mickey Mouse type glove. We've seen this image before. That's the hollaback video. And here she is throwing up horns. She's also got a leopard print jacket in her hand or handbag. This is one of her latest records. I think this is Baby Don't... Oh no, Suffering. So that's Misery. I think that's the Misery cover. You can see the word Suffering. She's holding up a 6 there on her radio interview. You might have to rewind some of these guides and look at them again because yeah, it's difficult keeping up information really and synchronizing it with the images that you're seeing. I know that you can work out a lot of them for yourself, so that's why I'm not trying too hard, but I still don't want you to miss things. It's the 6s and the Eye of Horus at the same time. We've got the black and white check here as well with her jacket, on her jacket. Also on one of her record covers. Time is almost 3 o'clock. Reference to the Trinity. They have their unholy Trinity. Here is checkerboard imagery again, even back in the No Doubt days, all the checkerboard, black and white, some cyborg codpiece that guy's got on in the middle. More Dajjal type Eye of Horus imagery there. She's got the 5-pointed star bracelet on her wrist there. She's holding a crucifix in this image. Here she is with some of her friends. This is Rihanna. So this is Madonna as well. I think that's Macy Gray in the background, looks like, but yeah, they've been pally since the beginning. This is her as a young girl. I expect Madonna helped to introduce her to a lot of this Illuminati type business. They're both dressed up here like Amish or something, some sort of Amish preacher type wear. There you go, good friends. And Rita Ora, she has been compared to Gwen Stefani. She does a sort of Marilyn Monroe type thing for herself, and but basically is a bit like a mini version of Gwen Stefani. Gwen Stefani with the crown looking pasty white, you know, sickly. There's Rita Ora and Gwen together there. Friendly, probably some sort of award ceremony, I don't know. There they are again, pally pally. Again, red, white and black, wearing the same sort of outfits. Again, the same sort of outfits. And this is the Harajuku perfume line. You can see the downward pointing 5-pointed star on the headband there of one of those characters. She also has a Harajuku clothesline for children and pets. A lot of 5-pointed stars in the posters. Here she is throwing up the V's behind the children there. Some more V's again. The Harajuku girls, face painted to look like dollies. It's a black and white Masonic floor, excuse me. Harajuku girls doing the Eye of Horus. and pointing. Here we go, one of the posters with the dollies. And this model is wearing these latex stockings. These are Harajuku wannabes. There's a single eye in the background of that picture. Got this sort of like crab-like horns on one of the bottles. This is another bottle of perfume, but with Santa Claus, excuse me. So this is a mermaid-shaped bottle. Okay, this is what a mermaid really looks like. They are not nice creatures. So they're demonic. There's a real mermaid. There we go. That's more like what a real mermaid would look like. I'm sure of it. So here it is, one of the posters with the pyramid being made by the legs, some rabbit ears on the headband there. Another promotional poster with the latex stockings on, and you know, you can see the childlike attributes to these posters, you know, but latex stockings and panties is not ideal. The bottle looks phallic to me. I don't know if you can see that too. And the length of the bottle goes inside the doll, inside the middle of the doll. The caption being a fatal attraction to cuteness. It's the Harajuku girls with the eye patch. And Gwen endorses a lot of products. If you watch her video, you'll see Audi cars, Puma shoes. This is a HP camera she uses in one of her videos. And this is the more adult fragrance that she does by Lamb, the Lover Angel Music Baby. And here's one of her promotional posters, 5-pointed stars, pills and things like that in the posters. Colourful, all very pretentious though, and having a sort of sinister undertone. She is with the stars and medals on her trousers and a lot of military type attire. I mean, she's saying tribe on her top. We know these are military type medal embellished figures. You know, we know what they think of the indigenous tribes. You know, their idea of looking out for tribes is by taking over, pillaging, raping and colonizing, taking all resources from these types of people. So I don't know how military became chic. This chair on this record cover where she's holding the wand, you can see some ugly, if you zoom in, some ugly ghoulish type characters on the back of that chair. So here's Queen Gwen again. On one of her album covers, a medal. I looked for this medal and the shape of this medal, and there we go. I found a medal that is of the order of the Grand Cross, something like that. So you can look into it a bit deeper for yourself. But what I found is these medals were given to generals and very high up members in the armies. They are in different armies around the world, but I found a lot of them to be Nazi and German armies. Apparently one was given to a general for defeating Napoleon. So here's Gwen in the same outfit we saw earlier, but this time holding a lamb. Here we go, here's the lamb imagery with the halo, looking sweet and innocent with the cross in the background. But this is what I believe is the real lamb behind all this. This is Aleister Crowley's lamb. It was said that when he invoked and called upon this demon, it never left him. He's one of the most evilest men that ever lived. So when you see Gwen, just remember the lamb and Marilyn Monroe. Thanks for watching, guys.